Well, hello and welcome to my November blog. Thank you very much for having a look. Now, end of the year almost. I can't believe it. I don't know about you, and I know people have been very busy recently, certainly on the academic side of the house, looking at activities such as examining students and making sure that we have all in readiness for students to complete their year, knowing how it is they've fared this year, and certainly in the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Molecular Sciences, to ensure that those students who are eligible to graduate in December can do so, and for the rest of us, making sure that students have their results at the appointed time so that they know what's ahead for next semester. So it's been a busy time. It's also been a busy time in the professional side of the house with budgeting coming to fruition and a range of other activities. As always, it's just been a busy year, and I don't know that there's ever any alternative to that busyness. But anyway, here we are in November. I can't believe it. We're almost at the end of the year, and as you know, we're shutting down the university on at close of business on Friday, December 21st, in order to have our usual shutdown period between Christmas and New Year. And I do hope you have plans for a good and relaxing break. I think when we get to this part of the year, we're all in need of it. A couple of things that I'll mention to you that has been happening. One is the State of the Tropics report, and you will have heard about this from me previously in various forums. And if you want to know more about it, by all means go to the website. There is a website for the report now, www.stateofthetropics, that's all one word, .org, O-R-G. If you have a look there, you'll find out a little bit more about the report if it's not entirely familiar to you. But this is a report that we've been working on in company with a number of other universities around the world. And I guess it's getting on for 2.5 years now since the idea was initiated and has been pursued. And the report itself has been put together since the middle of last year after an international meeting of the International Leadership Group, comprising 12 or 13 of my equivalent around the world from various institutes and universities. So the report has been put together, and what we did just recently, the reason why I'm raising it now, is that we released as a group the first early insight, we've called it, into what the report is going to show. And that first early insight was on life expectancy, and it was released on the 19th, Monday the 19th of November, and out of the University of Nairobi, which is one of the partner institutions working on the State of the Tropics report. And it's received enormous coverage. We're very pleased with the way in which it has been received. And basically what it does is it looks to see how life expectancy has changed over the last period. And indeed, the data examined certainly go back to, there are comments made back to 1950, but I guess we're really looking for more recent changes as well. So the idea is we've got this State of the Tropics report. The report is going to answer a very simple question: is life in the tropics getting better? It'll look at, therefore, a number of key lead indicators and some supplementary indicators too. Amongst those is life expectancy, is really probably the most profound health question, is how long can I expect to live? And what the findings show is that basically life expectancy has improved in the tropics, but it's improved at a faster rate in some areas than others, which is perhaps it's not unexpected. But it does show where there are persistent difficulties and where indeed improvements have been slower than other parts of the world, and tries to have a look at what is making the difference there. How can we explain those differences? There will be another 3 early insights I anticipate being released before the report in its full form is released around the middle of next year, we're expecting at this stage. There's nothing certain about that. We've got to release it when it's ready, but I expect around the middle of next year. In addition to the life expectancy early insight, we'll be also releasing 3 others in the first part of next year. One will be on the extent of primary forests, another will be on marine catch, and another will be on GDP in the lead up then to the release of the major report. It's a very high quality product, and you can see that even in this very first early insight release. As I say, the release went very well and we're very pleased about it. The importance of it to JCU is not only that we initiated and led this particular development, but it also provides us with a charting, if you like, with with a specification of the issues of the tropical world. And if we are, as indeed we are, Australia's University for the Tropics, that's why we were set up, and I'm quoting there from a formative document in the early 1960s. If that is our role, I think it's appropriate that we're leading and initiating this, but more importantly, it also will be very revealing. It will reveal where things are going well and where they're going poorly. It'll reveal the common and uncommon challenges of the tropical world. It'll help us understand what are the grand challenges that we as a university and our partners in company, and others for that matter, even business people in northern Queensland, what are the issues that we should be working upon? So it's going to be a very important moment when this report is released, and we begin to see a taste of it now. And I do hope that you'll take the opportunity just to, I guess, acquaint yourself with what it is and what it's all about by having a look at that website. You'll certainly be hearing more of it over time. Now, look, I don't have a great deal more to say today, and I know we're all busy and you probably have only a limited amount of time to view this in any event. I simply wanted to finally alert you to two upcoming events. In Cairns on Thursday, December 13, I'll have my last staff forum, and following the staff forum, as usual, we'll have some refreshments, some Christmas cheer, a few drinks, an opportunity to catch up, and I guess acknowledge the season and wish each other a happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, and give each other season's greetings. We'll have the same event the following day on Friday, December 14th in Townsville, so a staff forum followed by a bit of Christmas cheer. Now, during those two events, following around the staff forum, in fact, it might be towards the end of the staff forum or at the beginning of the Christmas drinks, I'm not quite sure. We will also be recognising the long-term service of a number of staff members of the university. You, of course, are always most welcome, and indeed I do hope you come along to those events so that I have the chance to have a chat with you too, and you have a chance to have a think about all the things that have happened in the year, because that's what I'll talk about, but also I'll be talking about the year ahead, which will be a very momentous year, I believe, for James Cook University. So look, in the interim, I know we've just got to get through to the end of the year, to December 21, when we, at the end of the day, at close of business, we determined to shut down the university for the Christmas New Year break. I think we're just all going to be continuing along on adrenaline until we get there. I do hope I see you on the 13th and or the 14th. I hope the end of the year does sort itself out well for you, and we can all leave with clear consciences and feeling good about what we've achieved in the year. So look, thank you very much for that. Thank you for viewing, and I look forward to seeing you before Christmas at some stage. Thanks very much. Goodbye.